haven't been caught up with the drama that is Shakila, Mishi Dora, and others, including Wangeshi, let me tell you what happened. Now, we all remember the drama that has been the last couple of months with Mishi Dora being put in jail for about 38 days, finally getting released, and her telling her story from Oga Obina's show. And the way she broke down the story, she actually said that some people, her friends, had sent, okay, some people had sent the cops to the place where she was, which wasn't even actually her house. They were at her friend's house, and the cops came with two large cars, SUVs, and collected her. She thought it was a prank until she found out later on that it wasn't. Now, according to a very close informant and a very close friend of hers, she actually did verify this story, and she did admit to the truth of that information. But at the end of the day, it's all hearsay, okay? Now, yesterday, around, I think in early midday around that time, early morning, let's call it that, our friend who goes by the name of Eric Omondi with his character stroke alter ego, what's the alter ego called?
Divalicious.
Divalicious, yes. Through Divalicious, went on a show, and they had this show with Shakila. At first, it started out with banter, banter, banter. Of course, it was harsh banter, and we loved it. We loved it. Very dramatic. Them talking about Shakila, her, refuting the fact that she's actually Luya. It was really chaotic to begin with, but we all thought it was banter, 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 banter. Okay, until it got to a point where Shakila was actually asked by Eric Omondi why, among other women, she is choosing to be with Nigerians. And she started to explain that, Nigerians are, charitable, or they care for you, they're generous, all of that. And he brought up the fact that do not wait until you are the third person on this list of women who've been disappointed by Nigerians. He proceeded to mention the story of Pendo and her Nigerian. You remember when she went to Mwabadha and she was left with a bill? She reminded her of that story, and then even more recently, she brought up the story of Mishi Dora and the alleged story which we had heard before, which was that she actually didn't pay the bill because there was a Nigerian man over there that was supposed to pay for it. Again, alleged story. All of this was from a whole other person, okay? So basically, as Divalicious was describing the story, you know what Shakila decided to say? She's like, do not start talking about that woman. She continues to say that apparently, actually, this is what she said. I'll read it to you as it was. She said, even see her, she actually did call her a cockroach, which is really funny. So Shakila said that apparently, don't mention this woman on the show. I don't understand why you even associate with her. I don't understand how you guys are friends. She's bad. Everything about her is bad, from the way she dresses, to the way she, her makeup, to her nails, to her hair. Everything about her is
personal
bad.
Attack, yeah?
It was very personal. And of course, Eric Omondi came to her defense, as in Divalicious, of course, came to her defense and said, no, you can't call her Mende. Like, who are you calling someone Amende? You can't call her that. And then it started becoming a bit of an argument, because Divalicious was like, you can't call her that, she's my friend. And Shakila responded by saying, well, if she's your friend, she can't be my friend, because I'm on this level, you're on this level. If you're on this level with Mishi Dora, you cannot be on my level, okay? So you can be my friend if you're gonna be Mishi Dora's friend. And we all started laughing about it because it seemed like it was funny. Huh? Shakila Hajasimama, she's like, so what you're saying right now is you cannot be my friend? And yeah, he said, you've been very disrespectful. I do not find it funny how you're talking about Mishi Dora. I don't find it funny how you're treating this very, very pertinent issue in our society with regard to Nigerian men. I don't like how you're making fun of it. I don't like it. So she's like, oh, so you don't want us to be friends? And then she grabbed her shoes and walked out. Next thing we know, shoe fly. Wamegongana na viatu. It was very hilarious. But I digress. I've told you a whole story which was absolutely unnecessary. So basically, Mishi Dora decided to respond to these accusations of being called a cockroach. And this is what our Mendes said. She said, do not start what you cannot finish. Remember, you can't teach an old cat how to dance. And this was in response to the whole cockroach mentioned before by Shakila. Continue to say, ever seen how cockroaches work in microwaves or in ovens when they're still hot? They're like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Be very careful with this insect. It's very small, but it's mighty. It can survive anything. And there was more drama because another friend who goes by the name of Wangeshi came to Mishi Dora's defense and she called Shakila all sorts of colorful names. Shakila was insulted, and that is where I think the drama got to. So here is the question: for what? For why? I don't understand why Shakila is always. We were just talking about her recently, talking about how she's become prim and proper. In fact, if you go to her social media, some of the things that she had written on her bio are now no longer existent. She has deleted everything. She has like 4 new pictures of her being rebranded. So we don't understand how she went from being classed up. She's looking very classy on her socials, but then she still has the mouth of a ratchet babe. I don't understand. Like, can we make it a full blown glow up, Shakila? Can we do that? Can we do that?
Let me tell you. Kathomi has covered everything you need to cover about Mishi Dora and Shakila. I have nothing to add to that. But can we talk about Eric Omondi for a hot minute? Because why do you always make it seem like the only way you can make something funny is by pretending to be a woman? And I don't want to be fake woke, but what is funny about a woman? Why do you have to express your comedy by pretending to be a woman?
Cross-dressing?
Yeah, it's not a thing. And I am seriously not being fake woke, but there's nothing funny about being a woman. There's really nothing funny. If you're out of any lines or any funny jokes or content, don't pretend to be a woman, because what's funny about that? Because it's like he's driving that narrative where babes have to be against each other. Babes have to be always fighting. It's always about cat fights when every baby is around. Because for you to bring Shakila on your show and instigate a whole drama about a whole other woman who had nothing to do with you, for why? If it was a babe and a babe doing this, yeah, well and good, we understand. But a man pretending to be a babe to cause fights among babes, why? Why? For what reason? As in, for
And
us
have you
looking...
seen the video that is about to be released as well?
I don't even...
Because he was called a lesbian by people on his comment section, he decided to take that to a whole other level.
Listen, you sent me the links, and I started watching, like, for the first 2, I was like, I'm not doing
You're
this
done.
again. I'm done. And for us, you know, looking in, for us, the public, who you think you're entertaining, at the back of my mind, it's just bringing Bruce Jenner. It's just bringing, I've been in the closet for so long, and I'm cross-dressing in the name of comedy, but this is who I really am. Because if we're being very honest, how many instances have we had of Eric Omondi parading around as a woman, doing the most, feeling very comfortable? You know, it's like second nature to him. I'm just... Please
like
embrace
the video
it.
of him washing
Okay?
the car. That was
exactly.
That was a lot.
If you just... We are in 2022, okay? It is okay to come out of the closet and you will get no backlash whatsoever. People will embrace you. You'll have a whole other community to embrace you. Just stop, okay? It's not working out. It's very cringe content. It's... Yo! And then you call yourself king of entertainment. Entertainment in Kenya would be dead without you. So you're pretending to be a woman to keep the showbiz on. Can we move on?
Can we please
Yo,
talk about that story?
It's disgusting.
Are you over here with Turi going like, it's too much, it's too much? And what do you think about the whole drama between Mishi and Shakila? Do you think it was scripted? Do you think, I don't know, please just let us know. Your number is 0777293366. Let us know where you're at with the tea.